Versus them love reading, where I essentially pull 4 cards for you guys, and then I will pull 4 cards for your love interest, your person of interest, okay? And we're gonna see how you guys' energy compares to get like a full picture of what's going on with this connection. If you want to see future readings and you're not already subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video if you do enjoy it, and leave me a comment below. I do respond. I love to read the comments. Let me know what resonated with you, and if you like these types of readings more so in the future. But let's go ahead and get into it. So first card's going to represent your emotional state when it comes to this connection just as a whole. And we have the Seven of Wands as the first card. So your emotional state, you could feel a bit protective of your energy. There could be certain challenges that you guys have had, whether that's with communication or there being even frustration to some degree. And you could be focused on protecting your energy, but then also wanting to protect the relationship to some degree, but also wanting to address head first the challenges, the issues, even defensiveness. This could be you feeling your person's defensiveness and you being affected by it emotionally, and feeling like there's some sort of judgment call that you need to make in regards to the situation because of the fact that you could be feeling maybe this defensiveness or them just being challenging within their own energy. Now, when it comes to your love interest, their emotional state, how do they currently feel about my Geminis, their person of interest, not what they're showing, I have the King of Swords in reverse. So their emotional state, they may be feeding into they may be feeding into certain thoughts that may not be rooted in the reality of the situation. So if your person is, trying to assume that maybe you're cheating, they could be looking at their own impression of the situation and getting like the story mixed up in terms of, whether or not you're cheating or whether or not you genuinely care about them. With the King of Swords in reverse, they could be questioning like, okay, how does this person feel about me? And this may have a lot to do with things that aren't being communicated directly, that they're either worried about and they're thinking about and they just haven't said it out loud. There could be certain things that you guys haven't had a chance to talk about, especially if you guys aren't on speaking terms right now. This King of Swords in reverse could talk about them just being emotionally a wreck because of the fact that there hasn't been any insight on what's going on with you two or even how you feel. They could also be feeling affected if you have been feeling like, again, that you have to protect yourself from this connection, whether that's from cheating or, experiencing certain issues in a redundant sense. They could be emotionally affected by your possible viewpoint of them. They could be assuming that you see them one particular way and it is affecting them emotionally. Now, going into intentions, your current intentions when it comes to your person of interest. What are my Gemini's current intentions? So I have the Moon card in reverse. So to stand in the light, this is to get clarity. You could be at a place to where you also want to just straight up tell them how you feel. Have a conversation where you guys are just getting to the root of the reality of things. What you want is for uncertainty around the connection itself to be put to bed. Certain worries also that your person may have or certain insecurities about the relationship, you could also want that to shift. Now, what does your person want from this connection? I have the Five of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Cups clarifying that. So your person, they may want issues to cease as well. Like Five of Wands reverse is like, I don't want to be, at odds. I don't want to be fighting. So if you guys have been having a bit of a conflict, or even other people too, because the Five of Wands does represent other people that could impose their way into the relationship, or they could be affecting it, whether that's family, whether that's, exes, or even narratives from the past due to other relationships that could affect things now. So this person could be intending to try to get on your good side, especially with the Knight of Cups. There could be some sort of an apology this person either wants to extend or may want to be extended to them. Okay, take this reading how it applies. I think that there's also a want for this person to express themselves sometimes, even though they may struggle with that. Now, going into the hidden subconscious energy, what is going on in terms of your subconscious when it comes to the person of interest that you have in mind? What's going on? Or no, not them, you. What is hidden under the subconscious for my Geminis in regards to their person of interest? How do they feel below the surface? So I have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Cups, and also the Judgment card. So subconsciously, you're in a place to where you're weighing out the pros and cons. You're very aware of what works for you, what doesn't work. And you're also aware of things that your person of interest may have to balance within their own energy and work through within their own energy. So I do think that your subconscious is rooted in like, okay, can I really work through this knowing that these are things that my person struggles with? Or should I just walk away? You could be having like a personal wake up call coming up, or you've already recently had one where you know exactly what you should do. And there could be things that also this person is revealing to you that subconsciously you're taking note of, where it's like, okay, I'm noticing how this person is just, you know, stepping back from the relationship, or they're pulling back, or the fact that they're, you know, inconsistent in this. You're taking note of it on a subconscious level. Subconsciously, you also may really want to just call certain things out or have that conversation finally, especially if it feels like it's so delayed. Now, when it comes to what's going on beneath their subconscious, I have the King of Cups in reverse. I have the Chariot and also the Devil. So what's going on with them subconsciously, they may be in a space of shutting down from being connected to their emotions. They may be in a space to where they're trying to protect themselves from getting too attached or getting to a point of being limited again, because they could be focusing on what they've been through past tense and how they don't want to go through it again. So that could cause them to shut down from their emotional connection and also their subconscious. So it's a disconnect. What else is also going on with them subconsciously? They really want to move forward, but there could be things that they're stuck in that doesn't really allow them to move forward. This could be certain habits. This could be, you know, certain things that they feel about the relationship that they, you know, feel like you guys are stuck in. Okay. Also, subconsciously, if you are kind of dating somebody newer, this could be someone who's subconsciously still feeling guilty or let down by a previous relationship. And this could be affecting the way that they handle things currently. Not in the sense of wanting to go back, but in the sense of having certain protection mechanisms or ways of acting that protect them superficially. So this could be something that they're struggling with and trying to work through, and this could manifest in their actions. Now, going deeper, let's go ahead and look at the direction of things. So where is the direction of things going to go for my Geminis when it comes to their person of interest? Where are things headed energetically in this connection? Okay, so I have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hangman. So at some point, there is going to be a chance of recovery, but it's going to come down to teamwork. I think that there's this chance of you guys fixing the relationship, but being on the same page when it's like, okay, we're doing this. We're, you know, leaving third party stuff out. We're leaving, you know, other influences out. We're going to just focus on rebuilding. I think that there's going to be stuff that you and your person are going to face. With the Hangman, this card usually comes up when we're maybe looking at things from a perspective that just kind of stops us in our tracks. So there may feel like there's delays in the process of you guys working on the relationship. It's not technically a delay. It's just friction around both of you guys' perspective about the relationship that you guys are both going to have to confront. Do I want to keep investing my energy into this becomes the question, because the chance is there, but it's a question of, do I want to still put my energy into this? Do I feel like me, investing all these years into it, do I feel like this person sees me? I think those types of questions are going to be coming up for some of my Geminis. But I do think, yeah, that's the overall energy. Now, overall advice for my Geminis when it comes to their person of interest. So I have the Star card, the Seven of Swords, and also the Sun card. So the advice when it comes to this connection is to, if you are going to work on this connection, choose healing, choose a perspective of, okay, it's me and you versus the problem, and not or not me versus you, basically, because it can kind of feel that way, especially if you guys have dealt with a partner who has been, not honest about things, or have dealt with other people, or just in general has been kind of avoidant to some degree. I think it's just tackling the issue in a way where you guys are both understanding that you guys care about each other. Now, for my Geminis, where you're like at a space to where you just feel overwhelmed, you're not here for it, give yourself some time to sit back and assess what your next move is going to be. You may need to, take a moment for yourself. But the best advice is to make a decision rooted in what's best for your healing process. If there has been difficulty in the past with this person, or if this is a newer connection, I would lean more so into allowing this person to show you who they are, instead of assuming that they could have sneaky intentions, where their intentions may actually not be that. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and to give you some insight. If you enjoyed, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.